Well, Seattle business owners are telling me that they want a concrete plan from the new administration to solve the crime and drug problems in the Chinatown-International District. They say it seems like things are getting worse every day. Dong Top Noodles on 12th Avenue has been serving up Vietnamese soup in Seattle's Chinatown-International District for the past 7 years. Owner Nick Boy says it's time to go. Thieves have broken into his restaurant 3 times. The violent incidents in the neighborhood seem to be increasing.
This is a mecca for stabbings, shootings. It's unsafe.
It's not safe, and I don't feel safe after 6 o'clock when the sun is down.
Bowie is moving his business out of Seattle's CID to South Center.
I have given up hope, and I don't believe there's going to be any changes within the year or 2 from now, and I have no choice but to move.
We've been here for over 30 years, and it's really sad to see it turn into this.
Viet Hoa grocery store is just around the corner from the 12th Avenue and Jackson trouble spot.
It's sad to hear that our neighborhood's losing businesses, but at the same time, we understand why they're doing it because we see the problems firsthand.
Business owners are all pushing for changes. They want more from Seattle's new administration.
Mayor Harrell has said that this neighborhood is a top concern for him, and so I hope he keeps his word and will actually pay attention to what's happening and take some action to fix things.
Bowie says he wants clear answers.
I want a concrete plans in which they can solve this problem.
We asked the mayor for an interview. He was unavailable. His office released this statement. Through his first month in office, the mayor's been working with the Seattle Police Department on a plan to take action, hold offenders accountable, clean up the streets, and reset norms in the neighborhood.
That police say the 42-year-old woman is connected to several fires, maybe more, and right where I'm standing is a garage that was caught in the middle of the destruction.
I was cautiously relieved. You know, I don't want to assume that that's it, that it's over.
Janine Mitchell hopes this chapter in her life is done. Her garage burned up early Wednesday morning, destroying her car.
It was a Prius, and it had the hatch in the back.
And most of her stuff inside.
And this was a full roof.
She is one of many impacted by suspected arsons across Tacoma, one also in Ruston. As many as 16 total fires between Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh my God.
The flames eating away at vehicles and even an entire home gone.
I guess what I want to know is why.
That's the question Tacoma Police may get an answer to after they arrested a 42-year-old woman Friday afternoon, now in jail, facing 6 counts of arson.
Our arson detectives, along with ATF special agents, canvassed the areas of all these arsons. They went door to door. Thank you to the community members who answered those doors and told them what they had seen during the times of the fires and provided surveillance photos if they had them.
But the investigation is far from over. For now, residents like Janine can take a small breath of relief while they try to clean up what they lost.
This is a lot of my history in this garage, and it's been taken away. It's just destroyed.
So, Steve, only a few local pharmacies have these free N95 masks to give out. When I checked in with KFC and Fred Meyer stores, they say they don't have them yet. But some Bartell drugstores I checked in with do.
We saw the table and voila, there's masks.
Free N95 masks were up for grabs on this Saturday at this Bartell drugstore on 5th and Olive in downtown Seattle.
I didn't expect it at all, honestly.
In fact, most people we talked to didn't know about it.
We just lucked out by showing up here and being told that we could get some. So it would have been nice if we could pick them up somewhere else or knew about it for sure.
I just happened to walk in here and they had them.
Lori Byers says the free higher grade masks mean a lot for her because she's high risk.
If I were to come down with COVID, with having COPD, that would be really bad. I lost 2 family members.
The CDC now says N95 masks are more effective at preventing the spread of COVID than cloth masks.
I hate the blue ones. They don't fit right. I want to be safe because this is a no-joke virus.
Not every pharmacy has free N95 masks from the federal government to distribute.
I know some organizations are expecting them, and others have, from what I understand, declined to get them.
Bob Johnson's pharmacy in Seattle has gotten a number of calls, and that's made a busy pharmacy even more stressed.
Logistically, They didn't tell us they were going to do this. They didn't ask us if we were going to do it. And they weren't prepared to do it. Look on websites. If we have the masks available, we're going to let you know on our websites or on our social media. But calling us is really problematic because it actually interferes with our ability to take care of patients.
We've seen the images time and time again of how protesters who were told the presidential election was a fraud, and then they breached the gates to the governor's mansion. This followed the violence at the U.S. Capitol as demonstrators tried to disrupt the certification of the presidential election. Patrick Schreiber had been watching those events unfold as he headed to his post at the governor's mansion. He was a State Patrol cadet at the time. The State Patrol says he was the only person at the gate, and the group approached.
And started shouting to open the gates. And shortly after 3 o'clock, they broke through those gates. As a law enforcement officer, it's my duty to protect the Constitution and defend the rights of everyone to speak their minds and peacefully protest. But that does not include protecting violent protests.
But I leave you with this question. What if one of our young state troopers had been killed?
Democratic State Senator David Frock says for that reason, he sponsored the bill that would make it a crime for a politician or candidate to knowingly lie about an election and its results, something requested by the governor.
Politicians are not above anyone else who would incite violence by knowingly, recklessly, or maliciously spreading lies about lawfully run elections.
But critics of the bill say it goes against the Constitution and the right to freedom of speech.
One side believes that we can lie and cheat and steal. And if the other party wants to disagree with that or make comments to the contrary, then we're going to create bills.
Keith Eldridge, KOMO News.
Today was the first hearing for that bill, which still has a long way to go in the legislative process. Another bill being considered this legislative session is one that would reform the governor's emergency powers. It comes as many have criticized Governor Inslee's use of those powers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some argue the powers were designed for shorter emergencies like power outages or natural disasters.
This bill is about learning a lesson about how our government could work better for us and how we can ensure an equitable balance of power.
The bill would allow the top leaders in the legislature to end a governor-declared state of emergency after 90 days, if they all agree to it. King County is seeing a downward COVID trend. County health officials report nearly 3,000 new cases, 57 new hospitalizations, and 3 more deaths since yesterday. That breaks down to a 36% decrease in the county for cases and a 26% decrease for hospitalizations. However, there is a 34% increase in deaths. Overall, the 7-day average for the big 3 counties in western Washington remains high. For the last week of complete data, King County has had an average of 5,700 new cases a day, Snohomish more than 2,100, and Pierce has nearly 2,600. Overall, Washington averaged more than 18,000 new cases daily. Governor Inslee agrees there is a sign of hope that there will be an end to the pandemic, but he cautions it is not here yet. And he says that knowing that a lot of people are suffering pandemic fatigue. They're just tired of it all. KOMO's Keith Eldridge is live tonight. And Keith, you asked the governor about that today.
Yeah, and aren't we all tired about this? Whole thing is that we're 2 years into this and experiencing the highest case counts ever. But the governor tells me that there is hope, though he says the masks and vaccinations are going to be a way of life.
We hope that we will experience what other countries have experienced, that we will see a rapid decline, almost as rapid as the increase that we have experienced. But we cannot let our guard down now.
The governor says as people continue to get vaccinated, it appears that the Omicron variant case numbers will start to look better, something that Dr. Anthony Chen of the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department agrees with.
The good news is that it seems like we're topping out and starting to come down the other side. However, we've known from other surges that things might go up fast, but they don't come down fast. They can drag out for a while.
But he and the governor say we have to hang in there, something I had the chance to ask him about today.
How are you keeping yourself energized personally, and what can you do to actually
help other people to stay energized in the face of all of this COVID fatigue?
I feel as energetic as the day COVID started, and I also feel hopeful. And I think that in the relatively near term, we may be in a place to have a much more normal endemic approach to what will be with us for a long period of time. And I'm looking forward to that day.
Lainey Tritle says the governor's messaging has been important in getting people to vaccinate.
Definitely, yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think, I don't know, my personal beliefs, I think it's smart to get vaccinated, and I think with those big images, putting that out there, I think it helps get the ball rolling a little bit.
She's here at the mass vaccination site in Lakewood to get her booster.
I just wanted to get my final booster so I could help put an end to COVID-19 and help get back to normal life.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.